Hello everyone, this is Fernando with Zen's Tea House, and this is part of our series Spilling the Tea on mental health. This is a Facebook Live. It's November 15th, 2019, and the holidays are just around the corner. If you're a subscriber to our MailChimp, then you've probably seen some of the emails we've done about emotional health, about how what you eat and how your stress can have a real positive and negative effect. Not only just stress, but your ability to process feelings, to deal with emotions. And this Facebook Live, we're going to be talking about emotional eating. How many of our Facebook Livers or Zen's Tea House fans have ever over-binged on food?
Aye,
Steph. Now, Veterans Day just happened, and I'm a veteran, so one of my traditions is that I overeat, and every year it gets harder and harder to overcome that binge eating. And part of it's because Veterans Day is emotionally draining for me, as well as it is for a lot of veterans. And so this Spilling the Tea on emotional health is going to talk about what's the science behind emotional eating and how emotional intelligence and how to process emotions can not only lead to better overall wellness, but also an appreciation for yourself. So let's get started. Emotional eating. When we are stressed out and we are feeling just exhausted, it may be very tempting to go and reach for some food that, healthier or not, it really doesn't matter. We are seeking a type of comfort. We are reaching out to a product to help fill a void or just really pacify our emotions. And that isn't inherently wrong. As children, we grow up, if we're hungry, we cry. And as babies, they cry, and they cry rightfully so, because they are having this emotion, I am hungry. Wow. That's not bad. When you're hungry and you start feeling a little upset or sad, to actually seek food is a good thing. It's when we overindulge. So let's say some of us, we've probably seen the stories where there's a breakup and they just sit in front of the ice cream and they eat the ice cream all over, and they overeat, and they're like, oh no, it's terrible. There's a science, neurologically what's going on is we're seeking comfort, we're seeking food. And it's when we are not able to balance our emotions that happens. But again, there's nothing wrong with eating, there's nothing wrong with seeking comfort, it's how we balance that. So emotional eating, when a person's emotionally well balanced, not only are they going to experience less symptoms of depression and anxiety and overwhelmingness, is they're going to actually feel an overall increase in health and wellness, because they're able to process their emotions. A lot of the people who I'm going to pick on veterans is, when I was in the military, there's a lot of drinking. And so maybe you're not overindulging in food, but maybe it's in soda, coffee. A lot of people overindulge in coffee to get that anxiety up and going. Military, like as a Navy, you drink a lot of coffee, wakes you up, gets you going. That could be an overindulgence. That could be emotionally eating, but it's a consumption. So keep in mind that during this time of the year, sometimes we drink a little too much, we eat a little too much, and how we actually process that physically can have an effect on our emotional wellness, which is tied into mental stability. So I want to cover 2 points. The stress that's connected with being seeking food is not inherently bad. There's nothing wrong with that. Just again, babies, when they're stressed, they cry out for food because they're thirsty, they're hungry. But it does affect our health. Now, I also mentioned mindfulness, where our mind is. There are some teas that we have that we sell, holy basil being one of them. If you are part of the MailChimp, we've been talking about holy basil, actually mental clarity. So people will drink this tea and helps clear their mind. That's because of the nutrients that the holy basil carries. Well, even food, healthy food, can help balance the mind. And lack of food can cause chaos and that cloudiness. Overconsumption of alcohol, definitely. Anyone who's ever drank way too much, it's spinny, and the next morning, ugh. This is spilling the tea on emotional health. And although this really has nothing to do with tea, there are a lot of people who say, do you have a tea for depression? Do you have a tea for anxiety? Do you have a tea that's going to help me get through this weekend? Because it's tough. And so emotional decisions and rational decisions. Now, we've all, and this is presumptuous, a lot of us have made an irrational decision. We're emotional, we're saying, we're going to do this, and we're going to buy all the teas here, and we're going to have a great tea party, and it's like, really? That decision was made in emotion. And so, when your emotion is really high, and even a good emotion, where you're positive and motivated, can also lead to poor decisions and overeating. I know sometimes when I'm with my family, I'm so happy that I'm just gonna eat because everyone's eating, and oh my gosh, and I feel not so healthy. So emotional regulation, emotional health will help you to process. Okay, I'm feeling really happy. I might eat a little too much right now. I might drink a little too much right now. I'm feeling anxious. Maybe I'm gonna take a little bit more. Or even lack of. Some people, when they are depressed, they're struggling with depression, may actually not eat at all for days. That's people kind of, and there's a lot of reasons why. I mean, some people do it for lament, this type of fasting. But again, we're entering into a season where emotions run high. Tis the season where we want to bring this content talking about emotional eating, stress eating, overindulging, and being able to make rational decisions. Emotional health, emotional intelligence, being able to be mindful of our emotions will add over to overall health. Hey, just let them go. It's Facebook Live. You hear the packaging going on. Now finally, processing feelings. You go a little closer? Processing feelings. What does that have anything to do with tea? I've seen, so we have a new cafe, it's in Norwalk. I've seen just the most beautiful conversations come into existence, and it's an exchange of emotion. We, as human beings, we are social creatures, and we seek relationship with one another. And one of the best ways to connect with people is on an emotional level. You can be intellectually just really high IQ, and you could talk about all the teas and all the stuff in the world, but to have emotional health is to connect with someone, and that is powerful. You could do so with tea, you could do so with anything, but again, emotional intelligence, the emotional health, we're seeking to put out this content because there are a lot of people who want to have a happy holiday season, and we're here based in Los Angeles, where there's overconsumption. We are over marketed. We're saying, drink this a lot of, and overeat the turkey, and overspend the dollars because the holiday seasons are coming. That's what we do, and that may be the culture. And I'm not here to say whether it's healthy or not. What I am here to say is that there are customers, the Zen's Tea House fans, that enjoy the tea, but they also enjoy the health benefits of the tea. And there are some things like emotional health that tea just doesn't fix. Really wish it was not the case, but really it's never been that way. Today I would say, if you're struggling with depression, take a pill. That might sound really appealing, but that's not how depression works. Now, I'm always just saying, I'm talking about emotional health. There are sometimes where we all struggle with levels of depression. We all struggle with levels of anxiety. And we want to put out this content, so we hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions or comments or would like to learn more about emotional wellness. Mind you, just email us, comment below saying, hey, I have a friend who's, don't have to mention any names, just saying, what do you know about, bipolar disorder or borderline personality disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder? All of these things are questions that we actually get through emails at zenstea.com. And we are really honored that we actually asked these questions. And if you take a look at our website, we have a bunch of great information. We cite everything. Everything is cited from peer-reviewed, published, research medical articles that are really well recognized as authorities. And we want to be able to offer content about emotional health. Steph, do you have any questions or comments?
No.
No waves?
Oh, Kathy says good topic. A beta?
Thank you, Kathy. I think I know the Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. Emotional health. Last year we did spilling the tea on mental health. It was super empowering. It was great information, and our society, our public schools, they don't teach mental health very much, and emotional health. I don't know if they did. I probably would fall asleep in that class, but here we are as Zen's Tea House, helping people through the power of tea. We hope you like this content, and we're gonna have more information in upcoming weeks. We might even have a little special the day before Thanksgiving. Yeah, we'll do the day before Thanksgiving. It might make good table conversation. Oh, Zen's Tea House, they're doing this series, Spilling the Tea on Emotional Health, and it was just, I don't know. I hope it's good. But we're gonna take some of the comments and questions below. If you don't feel comfortable, that's fine. You can message us on zenstea.com, info@zenstea.com, where you get info. Message us on Facebook or Instagram, and we're using Twitter too. So follow us on Twitter. Like more information. If you really like this video, let us know. We get enough likes, we'll put it on YouTube, and it'll be around forever. All right. Thank you very much. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you on. When's Thanksgiving?
The 24th. Go.
We'll push it. See you guys. See Thanksgiving, day before Thanksgiving.
23rd.
The 23rd. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.